Let's bring in Senator Tom Cotton. He's a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee. The two big stories, we're going to talk about both of them with you. Let's start on the vaccine mandates. You know, when I always think about a presidential address, I think, like, what's the goal? And the goal is to get more people who are unvaccinated to hopefully be persuaded to be vaccinated. And I'm not sure if attacking them actually gets you further to that goal, Senator.
No, Dana, it doesn't. And this new federal vaccine mandate is just a political distraction. It's probably unlawful, and it's almost certainly counterproductive. Political distraction.
All right, guys. Before I go on, if it's your first time tuning in to the broadcast, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. Doing a little bit of streaming today through my cell phone because due to the fact of the matter, I'm babysitting. I babysit baby. I can't really be too loud like I normally do. And, you know, because I got to go to work soon, I still want to give you quality content. So I wanted to start the first part of what's going on or what we talked about last night with these mandates with Joe Beijing Biden. Now, we all know that it is getting way out of control. Doesn't make any sense. It's not helping us as a nation, and it's really ridiculous. But I feel like that we need to hear from Senator Tom Cotton, who has been very vocal about a lot of things that Joe Beijing Biden has been doing. And after this, I'm going to talk about some more information that I've discovered and some more in-depth thoughts of what's really going on with all of this nonsense. So let me continue.
Action because Joe Biden campaigned last year preposterously by attacking Donald Trump for this vaccine when it was unleashed on the world by China. But he said that he was going to get it under control. He thought the economy was going to bounce back because of the vaccines that the Trump administration created. Yet here he is after the disastrous Afghanistan withdrawal with his poll numbers plummeting. He's trying to shift the focus away from those other crises back to the pandemic when it's really his fault for having campaigned on this last year and attacked the Biden or the Trump administration and even attacked their vaccines as he and Harris did, that we have surging cases once again. It's probably unlawful.
Yeah, Senator,
OSHA doesn't regulate public health. So yeah, I mean, OSHA regulates toxic chemicals and like unsafe scaffolding. They don't regulate epidemics. And finally, as Dana, as you suggested, it's ineffective. I mean, by scolding and condescending to Americans, dripping with scorn that somehow this is their fault that they've been infected with a virus, they're not going to persuade people to get more vaccines. Look, the vaccines the Trump administration created in record time are very safe and effective. I would encourage everyone to talk to their doctor about their own personal health conditions and then consider getting it. But dictating it through unlawful means in the kind of dripping, scornful way that Joe Biden did yesterday is not going to help.
Okay, Senator, I apologize for the interruption here. We're balancing two significant stories, as you can clearly see today. Ron Klain, the chief of staff, retweeted something from Stephanie Ruhle from MSNBC, said OSHA doing this vaccine mandate as emergency workplace safety rule is the ultimate workaround for the federal government to require vaccination. So, I mean, maybe in a sense that's how they see it, as you referred to OSHA in your answer there. Now I want to go to the Taliban, and I want to take you back in time 6-7 years to the release of Bo Bergdahl, knowing who is in charge of the Taliban government today. We got two sound bites. I'll play them separately for you.
Now, before I finish the rest of the video, I also want to say, let's take a moment to recognize all of the survivors of 9/11. 9/11 was a very historical day. Okay? Definitely going to be doing something to honor them Saturday. That is my goal. But again, let's not forget about 9/11. That is a very, very realistic part of our American history. It's what made us go out here and get it on the military front, on the patriotic front. For the first 15 years before all this woke bullshit.
The first one is from June of 2014. This is Anthony Blinken saying the trade for the 5 Taliban members for Bo Bergdahl was going to be okay in the end. This is what he said. Any threat they would pose to the United States and to Americans has been sufficiently mitigated. Now I want to play a clip from you from March of 2015, the next year. Jen Psaki on Fox reacting to that similar comment.
Was it worth it? Absolutely. We have a commitment to our men and women serving overseas or serving in our military, defending our national security every day, that we're going to do everything to bring them home if we can. And that's what we did in this case.
6 years later, Senator, how do those comments play?
Well, not very well, Bill. As I said at the time, those 5 detainees at Guantanamo were not low-level goat herders. They were high-level commanders, and we see that now because they all hold high-ranking positions in the Taliban government, along with, for instance, the Minister of Interior, who's in charge of security in Afghanistan, was designated as a terrorist by the Obama administration. And the emir of the new Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, he encouraged his son to become a suicide bomber a few years ago. So no, that doesn't seem like a very moderate, business-like Taliban. Yet this administration seems more concerned that the Taliban cabinet is full of men as opposed to being concerned that it's full of terrorists.
Senator Cotton, we appreciate your thoughts this morning as we reflect on this day before the 20th anniversary of 9/11.
Thank you, Senator.
It's just really remarkable that this is where we are. It was not sufficiently mitigated as promised. Thank you.
All right, guys, give me 1 second here. I'm trying to get this screen off here. 1 second. All right, now y'all get to see me in the flesh. So I want to show that to you guys to let y'all know what we're really experiencing here. So get some of this light on me. Well, thank you for saying that, Anthony Anderson. And y'all, while y'all coming in on the chat, y'all know how I do. I'm going to definitely I'll respond to everybody on the chat. Give me 1 second here. Definitely gonna respond to everybody on the chat. This is horrible. It really is. Now, I'm also going to show y'all that right now, that per the report of this right here. Give me 1 second here. Let me get this so y'all can see what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Now I want y'all to see this. Make sure my face is in it so y'all can see it. This is what's currently going on by Breitbart News, okay? They're basically saying that everything is going high as giraffe ass, okay? Now, why is that? Well, we know why. And we talked about this over and over and over again. Okay? That when you give people a shitload of money and you take away their access to go out there and make money and prolong the situation that was going on. And by the way, while y'all going in, please hit the like button and share this, because we got to keep get these numbers up. Okay, thank you for and everything. Exactly. And if you would take notice that this has been an ongoing problem since we released all this money in the US. Now don't get me wrong, everybody benefited. Some benefited in more ways than some. Some took this money that was getting from free money from the government and, you know, invested, did everything that they supposed to. Some people took the money and tricked it off. You know? What's going on, Kiwi Lass? I appreciate you. This right here is another example of what happens when you go out here recklessly and give away all this money. You don't put any stuff on it, and this is what happens when you don't put any limitations. You ain't got no plans, and now the economy is going sky high. You got producers, you know, in the food industry. I was talking to one of the people that owns businesses in the food industry, and currently right now buying food is high as hell. It really is. It's high. It's tremendously high. Y'all give me 1 second. Let my cat out. And what people don't understand is when you mess up people from being productive, right? It affects everybody across the board. Y'all keep hitting that like button. Please keep hitting it. Because we got to get more people in the building. We got to get this information out there. And when you're a business owner or you work, yeah, the cat wanted to speak too. When you work in the business where people are very independent and people make a lot of money, it's hard for them to maintain that independence, because when things goes up, you have to do an adjustment. And this, and like Jake Break Bill said, he said my grocery bill went up an easy 20%, and I can tell you why. It's because everybody has to go up on their pricing. You know, it's a part of business, because when we have these type of issues, you know, we have to go on, the business owner has to go up on their prices, because the producer they get from it, or if you a hood dude that I understand what I'm saying, and I have to talk in that hood sense, the plug, when the plug got to go up on his prices, you got to go up on your prices, so everybody can balance everything out. And what happens is people getting their feelings because they got to pay more. You're right. That's right, Kiwi Lass. We're collapsing the world economy. The economy is elapsing as we speak, and people don't know how to handle that shit because of Beijing, China. Because see, Beijing, Joe Biden. And see, Beijing Joe Biden is so up the woke's ass that he wants to create an economy where everybody is relying on the government. Because see, that's what they want. They want us to rely on them so much that they have complete control, that there's no opposition. Because you got to start from the top, right? You got to get the top on board. If you get the top on board, it goes all the way down to the bottom. How do they get the top on board? It starts with the other politicians that are our representatives. They get them to drink the Kool-Aid with them, because they get kickbacks for drinking that Kool-Aid. We don't get no kickbacks. We get the bullshit end of the deal, like we're facing right now. Look at gas. Gas is sky high. Now, thankfully, compared to most countries, most parts of the country, my gas is over $3. My gas is $3. Oklahoma said. Anthony said his is almost 3. No, mine is 3. My average gas pump price is about 305 to 310 for unleaded. These are facts. But if you go to West Coast in California, gas is almost $5 at the pump. You see the difference. You see what happens. Or if you go to New York, gas in New York is probably around about $4. So it affects everybody. Everybody is getting affected. My man said gas is $10.20 a gallon in NZ. That's New Zealand, I guess. Wow, that's a lot. You see what that man said? $10.20 a gallon. And I think that's in New Zealand. That is freaking crazy. That's a lot. And shout out to my man, Kiwi Lass. If this your first time tuning in, man, definitely subscribe to me because we bring the truth over here. We break it down. We talk about what's going on and give you an idea of what's there to come. And these are facts. And see, everybody wants to, and you got these liberals that keep talking about that. Well, Joel, listen, man, don't be getting all upset here. There's a silver lining in the sky. Oh, okay, Kiwi, that's what's up, man. But then I start sharing this on our Telegram. Then I need to get my Telegram page up. But you need to start sharing this in New Zealand, Kiwi, so we can get more people on board. I'm trying to get everybody on board. Please hit the like button, y'all. Definitely hit the like button. But this is where we at. I mean, this is some sad stuff. And people don't understand this. This is real sad. Real sad, real quick. For real. Now, we about to get to the meat, potatoes, and stuff, too. All right, we about to get into meat, potatoes. Of why. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate it, man. I'm trying. We got to get into meat and potatoes. And why is it that now the mandates is being forced upon us? Well, let's go back to what's going on in Australia. Shout out to Australia. Oh yeah, Will. I've been trying to get him on my show. Hopefully he will he'll respond to my emails. Let's talk about this. Cause I'm gonna keep going in. Let's talk about these mandates, right? Yes, Lord. Thank you, Angry Conservative. Angry Conservative, y'all need to follow him on Facebook. Angry Conservative, you can help me more out on Facebook because you got a following on Facebook, and I got to get my Facebook numbers up. If you can get people over there on Facebook and share my page over there because you got a good following and put my name out there on Facebook, I could be able to maneuver more and get them to come over to YouTube. Because one thing I know about Facebook followers, they will come over to YouTube. But you got to get them first at Facebook. So if you could do that, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Help me because I'm helping you over here. I keep throwing your name up. You and 0% liberal. Y'all like my brothers. For real. Which I know 0% liberal is older than me. I don't give a shit. That's still like my big brother. For real. But getting back to what I was saying about these mask mandates. Y'all see how they doing it, right? With the mask mandates. How they're forcing us. They're trying to force us. Okay. To use it. Now, y'all see what they did? They used OSHA. Now, if you don't know what OSHA is Operation No Health, okay? OSHA plays a big part in construction, they play a big part in freaking regular operations when it comes to your cooking, all that stuff. OSHA's very important, okay? Now, one thing about OSHA is they're real big on health when it comes to when I say health, when it comes to safety measures, when it comes to illnesses, like if you own a restaurant and things of that nature. And they also real big on the physicality part if you're doing something where you can easily lose your life if you don't have the proper tools to do, like, let's say for instance you going on a high rise and things of that nature. You know, you got to have the proper tools, the proper what they call that, harnesses and stuff like that. Oh, thank you, Angry. I love you too, bro. And what happens, they also very important and very strategic. And I want y'all to keep this in mind. They're very strategic when it comes to the food and health industry, especially when it comes to also when people have like a minor outbreak at work. Example given, you'll see OSHA sometimes get involved about talking about, hey, it's the time of the season, you may need to take a flu shot. Now, OSHA has talked about that. I've seen them kind of give a more insight for that. All right, there you go. Four more lights. Let's get it. And what happens is that when they see this and hear this, it usually make a lot of the employees, because it's OSHA, and OSHA has the ability to find people too. OSHA is a bad boy. Like, they can find people real quick in a hurry. A lot of businesses tell that to their employees. Employees get scared because fines means that they could affect their pay or things of that nature when it comes to getting money or bonuses or whatever. Employees fall in line, right? That's the same thing they're doing right now with this OSHA being involved. Now you see where he slipped in and said they also trying to promote that if you don't, that businesses that don't want to comply, that's got 100 employees or more, they could get charged $14,000 per going against the grain. So when they say $14,000, you know they're probably gonna do it like $14,000 a violation of the person that they got that's not vaccinated, or if they do random inspect, you know they're gonna think of something to compound that 14,000 to make it to the point that it'll put your most highest working organization out of business. You know this. Now I want y'all to think about something else too. They got Walmart, Amazon, and Kroger involved. Now I'm finna give y'all some insight. Now I want y'all to think about this, not a conspiracy. So YouTube chill. This is just my opinion. Cause you know YouTube love to say somebody trying to do some damn conspiracies. Okay? All right, and hey Anthony, I'm with you. Now, my thing is this. Is that, and also y'all hit that super chat or hit my cash app, cause y'all know I'm coming with this truth. It helps out with us keep with the production. Why is Walmart, Kroger, and Amazon got selected? Well, we already know that Walmart is one of the biggest retailers known to man when it comes to the physical, go to the store, get what you need, and come back home front. Amazon, we already know, is one of the most notorious retailers online. Like, nobody's fucking with Amazon online. eBay can forget it. eBay is like, at this point, third. It used to be second, but it's literally third. Because you got Amazon online, and then you got Walmart, who definitely has become a bully online like Amazon. So yeah, eBay has become third. But eBay is good for when you want to trade something, do a quick sale, whatever. Fantastic. So I'm not going to diss eBay that much. Kroger. Now, a lot of people don't know nothing about Kroger. Okay? But Kroger's privately owned, right? Okay. Kroger is one of the largest privately owned stores that's been in the game just as long as Walmart. Now, Kroger is trying to be the next Walmart. You know, it's trying to implement the stuff that Walmart is doing, but it's, you know, it's a little behind, but it's still one of the biggest privately owned networks. Now, hear me out on this. Kroger is just kind of like Walmart. If you don't have a Walmart in your local area, everybody usually goes to a Kroger. Kroger is set up the same way, kind of like Walmart. You can, you know, shop online on it, whatever, get what you need, roll out. This is a way that they know that these type of stores in these little towns also are big employers. You hear what I just said? Small towns, big corporations that you just seen, especially Walmart and Kroger, are the lifeline of the small towns. And they are, because they're the ones that employ usually the most. Because manufacturers are dying, are slow in between at this point now. We don't have manufacturing companies like we used to in the U.S. They all done packed up and went overseas because of the cheaper labor. Now, some came back because of Trump, but I doubt they're going to stay because of all the new shit going on. I'd be surprised you start hearing a lot of them next year closing down, going back overseas. Now, let's get back to Amazon. Amazon is for the medium cities. Not just super cities like New York City, you know, a Chicago, a Los Angeles. Nah, we're not talking about that. We're talking about your medium to beginning to be large cities, right? When I'm saying about those are the cities that have about at least 150,000 suburban-like area cities. They are also considered to be main supporters and lifelines of those cities. So you combine all three of those together, and you got a lot of people who do not want to venture out on their own because they're scared. Because, you know, people are scared to go out by themselves because of failure. And people think if they fail, they are losers. When in reality, when you fail, that is the first step of getting to success. What do? They hurry up and they buckle down and say, all right, I'm going to take this. I'm going to do what they say. That's the goal. That's why I just said this is a psychological thing. That's why they teamed up with the three biggest people right now talking about, well, we're going to give you rapid COVID tests to be over the counter. Come on, guys. Y'all know good and damn well they've been Walmart and them wasn't even interested in that shit last year. Not like that. So why now? Like I said, it's all about control. It's all about control. Now, people now is going to run and get it because they scared that the government is going to overrule the states. Now, do you think that... What's up, Brandy? Girl, I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up, man? About time you came on here. You need to share my shit, man, so we can get more people on the Facebook tip. And now what happens? Okay, this is what's going on. This is a fear tactic. You heard what he said. We're tired of y'all. Yeah, exactly. What's going on, State? I'm tired of y'all being, how he said it, waiting on y'all. Yeah, Brandy. You know to share me, girl. Come on now. Come on, you can't do your Facebook crush like that. You know, I mess with you, Brandy. I mess with you, girl. I mess with everybody like that. But anyway, I mean, come on. I mean, this is realistic here. I mean, this is just what it is. This is why they're trying to push this. And I wanted everybody to see this report beside me while I'm going in on this. I'm not gonna put it down no time soon because I want people to understand the implications of what's really going on with this whole free money keeping us in a barrel. Now, if you notice, unemployment done ran out. They can't pass nothing right now in Washington because you got Democrats that's got common sense like Joe Manchin ain't feeling it. So with that being said, what's the next step they're going to focus on to try to keep everybody at bay, worrying about them passing this notorious economy breaking bill? Well, let's force and play with this whole COVID situation. Now, you know what's crazy about that situation too? And again, I have to say this because I don't want you two tripping. If you got any questions about COVID-19, please go to your local doctor or check out the CDC guidelines, okay? They will direct you on everything you need to know about the COVID-19 and also will also give you instructions on where to get your local testing and things of that nature. Oh, I know that, Tide. That's coming next, too. That's what they're doing already in Australia. Australia, they're talking about people got to have some kind of passport for their banks for online. They're talking about attaching your Australian passport to your online to access to social media and banking. So, I mean, I got to make sure y'all guys know how serious this shit has become. This is really serious now. You know, this ain't a joke anymore. You know, it was cute while it lasted, but this has gotten real. The whole thing is to keep us under their control. That's all it is, guys. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say that. I think what their main goal is that they want to make us rely on the government because in their minds they tired of us having freedom. So when you got people that wants to rely on the government, that want you to rely on the government and have no freedom, they want to put you in a box. Yeah, thank you, Angry Conservative. It will, brother. And like I said, Facebook is what I'm trying to grow on right now. I believe it on Kiwi. In fact, I've also heard rumors about what is it? Yeah, Brandy, I'm glad you put that up. Natural immunity is what it's about. That what they was promoting at first. And they also told us that all of us that caught the COVID and survived and is living a normal life, you had antibodies. Now that is a proven fact. You have antibodies that last. But now all of a sudden they're not trying to hear that. Oh, thank you very much, Steak. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm about to inspect on Spreaker. Y'all know I got my podcast. Yeah, is that what I want to make sure, Kiwi? I was right that you over there because you in New Zealand, so you near Australia. So yeah, they had talked about banning knives. That some attack happened and they banned knives. So that was over there in your area then. I thought it was Australia, but maybe it was in your area. Yeah, I talked about that. Yeah, they're banning knives temporarily. So guys, this shit getting real, man. All right, this shit is out of control. They do not want us. Yeah, you can. In fact, if you want to, you can share it to me and I'll stream it on mine. If you got Restream, that's the thing you could connect and restream it, and we can restream it on our channels together. Yeah, Kiwi, and that's what I'm saying. People don't understand that we are blessed in America. See, this is what happens when you get comfortable and you don't understand what it's like to not have freedom of speech. See, a lot of Americans out here, they want to live this communist life so bad. They really do. They want this communist life so bad. They keep talking about it ain't a bad thing living off the government. Well, if it ain't a bad thing, you talk to Cubans. You talk to people in Afghanistan that's coming over here and see what they about to tell you. Nobody wants to work with a communist socialist country. You see what the Taliban is? That is a socialist, communist dictatorship rolled in one. That's how they roll over there with the Taliban. And you see what these people gonna do when they get over here? You think they gonna support the Democrats doing this shit? Hell to the no, they're not. They gonna come right here to the conservative side. I keep trying to tell people, conservative way of living is the way to go. The only people that's against conservative lifestyle in the U.S. are people that ain't never had nothing, people that have been ignorant all their lives, and people that don't want to learn what it means to have freedom and the opportunities that they've been blessed upon through the movements from the past to now. That's just facts. All right. Big angry. I check it out. You know I do. I mean, this is just facts, man. And also, if y'all want to be a membership of my channel, $2 a month, man. Membership to my channel. Now, if y'all haven't seen Mama Bear, I meant to put that out there. She is currently off of YouTube's for good. They banned her. I don't know what all happened. I know she is on Twitter, I think now. I have to check and see if she's on Twitter, what her Twitter name is. But I know she's no longer on YouTube. So if you don't see Mama Bear Claudia, I'm still going to get on the show. I still got an email. And, you know, hopefully things will get better. She can come back. But, yeah, there's going to be they doing this to a lot of channels. So that's why if y'all want to see my backup stuff, it's on, oh, man, what is that damn channel called? Hold on, guys. I done forgot the channel. Hold on. Y'all give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm back. Odyssey. That's what my stuff is on. Put J News and Views on Odyssey. Go on Odyssey. That's where all my stuff is at. I would go on Rumble, but here's my thing about Rumble. It's just so hard to get followers on Rumble. And even when you are on Rumble, it's hard to make monetization. I don't know why, but it is. It just sucks. I just don't care for Rumble. BitChute, it takes forever to get a following over there. I'm on BitChute, but I don't have that many videos over there because it's hard to get a following over there. It like these other smaller platforms, it's hard to get a following. It's like my D Live. It took me forever to get at 56. I'm still stuck at 56 followers. I mean, it's hard. Now Twitch kind of iffy. You know, it's a give or take. I mean, I got 2,000 followers over there, but it still took some time. You know, it takes time. It just takes time to get a following to be like, all right, you know, we can do with that. It just takes some time. But anyway, guys, I'm about to wrap this up. Please like and share. I need y'all to get in the comment section and tell me what do y'all think about Beijing Biden. Do you think the inflation is going to constantly go up? Do you think it's going to stay? It's going to go down eventually? Also, talk to me about what do y'all think about these mandates that he's trying to push. Do you think that the Supreme Court of the U.S. is going to get involved? Like, I need to know what y'all thinking. And besides that, let me address Brandy before I leave here. Brandy, it's because the new generation do not know anything about history. Okay? That's why they don't know anything. And that's the best people to manipulate. People that don't understand or don't know anything about history. So these young folks thinking that being taken care of by the government is not a bad idea. I don't have to work. I can get everything at my fingertips. Everything is cool. But in reality, it's the worst thing possible because you don't have any say-so of your life. The government has all the say-so. And y'all need to also pay attention to the new credit. They're supposed to be changing how credit is going to be reported. I wouldn't be surprised if credit goes on a socialist system like they got over there in China. Because in China, if you're on the list of being fucked up by the government, you can't get nothing on credit. Nothing. Exactly. So y'all need to understand this. We are on real hard times. The next 4 years, we may not be the same America at all. We may be socialist America because the Dems are doing everything they can to make it that way. And they got all these young little minions out here confused that don't want to open their mind. That's why we got to keep spreading the word. And if you do find one of these young people confused and they ask you, make me understand, sit down and talk to them and make them understand a little bit. Don't fuss at them. Don't get wild with them. Now, if they get to the point they don't want to listen to what you got to say, carry on. Carry on. But we got to support patriotism. We got to promote love of country. We got to promote it's okay to love somebody no matter what color they skin, long as they are pro-America. Because I love all of American people. I don't give a shit what color skin you are. I love everything about America. I love the country's white guy that sits on his damn lifted truck, drink beer, and have me laughing while we listen to good old country music. I love the hoodest dude that comes out there that's like my uncle, drunk off his ass, sipping on damn beer. Okay? I love every every immigrant that come in this country legally through the port of entry and did what they had to do to stay in here and freaking give me a story of how their country is, their foods or their culture, their taste. I love everybody and that's how it's supposed to be because it's the American dream. If this is oppression, if this is racism that this woke culture love to speak of, give me more of it. Please do. Please do. Please do. Because I'm in South Georgia and I have got nothing but kindness from all colors of people. And not to be fucked up, but to be real, I got more love from people that is the opposite skin tone than me in a heartbeat. And that's facts. I can count on my fingers people of my skin tone that has actually went out there and held me down and not asked for a single dime or tried to shame me into helping me. Exactly, bro, we do. I'll tell you now, I ain't no good fisherman, but we'll figure that shit out. But this is where I'm at. I love America. I just love it. I don't want to go to Africa. Okay? Been there. Already seen that shit. I don't want to chill and live in Italy. I don't want to fucking move to Canada. I want to live in the U.S. of fucking A. That's where I want to be at. I love my country. I wear flags. I brag about my country. I tell people how much I love America. I promote America everywhere. Even when I was overseas, I promoted America before I became a conservative, which I probably was a conservative then, just didn't realize it. I still promoted America. And damn it, I'm going to do it right now because America ain't did nothing to me. The people that did that to me, That's the people. It ain't America itself. Because America itself been good to me. Been real damn good. It got me into the military. It taught me how to discipline myself. It helped me take care of my grandmother, my family. When I first got in, because we were poor. It has gave me everything I needed. So I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here and diss my country. Because of some fucked up people in it. So no, I'm not with the woke shit. I don't give a shit about what happened in slavery times. That was before my time. Sorry. It is. I'm not saying I don't give a shit as in I didn't care about what happened to those poor souls. I say I don't give a shit because at the end of the day, all that reparation and shit ain't gonna do nothing for me. What I want in return is opportunity. You want to give me reparation? Give me opportunity. Give me opportunity to better myself and be an example for my community. So every color, creed of person can say Joel Davis was that motherfucking man. That's all I want. I don't want to be on a color scale. I don't got time for that. If you notice, in America today, even women now in America. Yeah, I'm saying it and I'm about to hurt somebody's feelings, but I don't give a shit. Even white women today, they're not on no color scale. You talk to every white conservative woman that has gone through hard times in their life or single or whatever and looking for a relationship. You know what the first thing that come out their mouth? I want a solid, good man. I'm attracted to the man. Not the color of his skin, not the way the man. When they say the man, the character. Because see, people don't understand something. You can be the ugliest motherfucker on earth. If your character is strong, people will look past your physical appearance. It's the character. I'm gonna say it again. It's the character. Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't saying that not women don't want no little eye candy or whatever in their relationship. Everybody want a little eye candy or something to look at in their relationship that's like, yeah, that's me. But at the end of the day, character over trumps all that. If you don't believe me, you listen to some of the battered women out here that goes way off rails with someone different. The only women that keep continuing to chase after people that don't have no character is people that are shallow and don't have no damn self-confidence in themselves. They don't love themselves. I'm being serious. If you see a man or woman who keeps getting in more relationships, beaten down, and always chasing on the most good-looking person or trying to find that sexy outer appearance, guess what? They don't love themselves. So they got to find something to deflate, to be like a how can I put this, a diversion to not acknowledge that they don't love themselves. So that's why they keep going after that pretty looking bullshit that's in front of them. Because again, if you a real conservative, especially conservative women who've been through some bullshit, they always tell you, I'm looking for the character of the man. How do you think a lot of conservative women wind up with these guys that y'all be like, oh shit, this motherfucker he ain't even nowhere as the type of dude I think she is. He's just a big burly looking guy, or he's a big dude with a beard, or he's a slender dude with a plain face. It's because that dude got a character. That's why. Because most conservative women have been raised that character trumps everything. Everything. Tell me I ain't lying. Tell me I ain't lying. Trying to tell y'all something, man. I'm trying to give you game. You're right. There are some things that are not superficial. You got more women out here that are attracted to men who are wise and got character than they do with a man that's out here ripped up and shit. Yeah, that's right, Brandy. And I know that. And women will tell you that. Women like that will tell you that all the time. That's what it's about. It's about trying to find somebody that's gonna stand up. That's right. I love Dr. Martin Luther King. He is. He's one of my favorite. Only thing I got a flaw with Dr. Martin Luther King is towards the end, he was trying to go full socialist. And I think he was doing that because in his mind, he was still thinking that black Americans needed all the help that they can get because of what they went through. But if he would have sat down and really looked at it from a real perspective, when he got it to where everybody could have the chance not to be discriminated anymore because of how he pushed and got things signed, he should have focused more on black men and women developing themselves to go out here and take advantage of the opportunity. And I think if Martin Luther King would have been alive today, alive a little bit longer, and wouldn't have got assassinated, I think he would have wound up dropping that whole socialist shit when the 70s came in, and I think he would have promoted black excellence. No, Martin Luther King was, how can I put this? He was an independent. No, he was a Republican. His niece said he was a Republican. Now his children wants to deny that, but he was real close to his niece, the one that's on Fox News now, has her own show. She said he was a Republican. The problem was back then they had to go and work with the Democrats. So why I think he went on the socialist route, because he felt like he could get the Democrats to help him more, because that's the only thing that black people trusted. And I'm just going by what I'm thinking of a great mind like Martin Luther King was thinking. So I don't think he was a socialist per se. Yeah, Alveda King, yeah. He wasn't a socialist, so to speak. I think he was just trying to promote the socialist agenda to get the Dems involved, since they signed that bill to help black people. But in the end, I think if he would have saw the deceit that they were doing over time, he probably would have switched it up and probably would have went more of a, all right, y'all got opportunity, let's get it. Now, Malcolm X was straight Republican. I would call Malcolm X the first black, realistic Republican that was pro-black. When I say a pro-black Republican, I ain't talking about on that woke shit. I'm talking about pro-black Republican as in do for self. Malcolm X was the first to be that for black Americans like myself. That's why I look up to Malcolm X, because he was about do for self. Don't wait for the government to do your shit. Do it yourself. Stand your ground. Do it yourself. Don't trust these politicians. Malcolm X made me look up to him. When you have a meeting with the KKK, which back then was heavily Democratic liberals, and they said, and even one of the KKK dragons talked about this in a book, said he had respect for Malcolm X. That he basically told them, if you can't work with my people, we'll go and start our own organization, and you stay on your side of the fence and I'll stay on mine. That scared them, because they ain't never had a black man meet them by himself with, which I'm quite sure Malcolm X probably did have some guards, but still just comfortable enough to let them know that you either work with me or if you work against me, that's not, you know, we don't need that. Well, here's the thing on Angry Conservative. With the Black Panther movement, Malcolm X really didn't inspire. It was inspired by them, but they took it the wrong route. When he was saying do for self and by any means necessary, he was talking about standing up for yourself. The Black Panther Party basically was the beginning part of the BLM, because there was a lot of things going on where they didn't want to take accountability or what a lot of black folks were doing. And not to mention too, they were also acting out against the Nation of Islam, because Nation of Islam was involved in the death of Malcolm X, and that is proven facts in history. I mean, hell, Farrakhan is even involved in that shit. I don't respect Farrakhan. He never liked Malcolm X. Talking about Malcolm X like a dear brother to him. Bullshit. He hated Malcolm X. He wanted to be Malcolm X because Malcolm X had an aura that none of them had. And he was exposing what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was doing to them young girls. I mean, that's just facts. Like I said, I've always looked up to Malcolm X. I've always felt like Malcolm X was that dude. And that's why I carry myself in a Malcolm X-like format. Because Malcolm X is about doing for self. Don't rely on others. Don't make excuses. If you fuck up, take ownership. And I looked up to Malcolm X because Malcolm X is the only leader back then that had a wife and didn't cheat on her. You know the FBI tried to find everything they could on Malcolm X and they couldn't. The dude was a super straight arrow. He didn't drink. He didn't smoke. He was all about it. Yeah, that's fact. Yeah, man. Yeah, Angry, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, look it up. The FBI, J. Edgar Hoover talked about this in a meeting. He said, I cannot find anything on Malcolm X. He said the dude is a straight, basically say he was a square. He like, I can't find nothing on him. He like, the dude has the same routine. He goes home to his wife. He don't drink. He said, dude, I can't find nothing. Now, he found plenty on Martin Luther King. Because Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying, was like any other man back then, you know, from the South. You know, black dudes from the South. You know, they got their freak on. But see, the thing about Malcolm X is Malcolm X did all that shit in his old days. When he became committed to the path of being a part of the Nation of Islam, he took that shit serious. Like, he took that shit serious. He didn't play them games. I mean, you had women that threw themselves at him all the time. Malcolm X didn't want that. He was about honor and respect. Because like he said, he wanted his children to remember him. Now, what's so sad about Malcolm X, as in after he passed away and, you know, his wife got older, they started having trouble with his grandson. His grandson was supposed to be the next Malcolm X, but that dude had a lot of mental issues, and he basically burnt his grandma up, and that's how she died. And then he turned around and he wound up, I think he committed suicide or something happened to him a couple of years back. So yeah, it was a sad situation. And then I think one of his daughters passed away. Yeah, that whole family got cursed after he died. It's sad, man. Like, it really is. Really is. Really sad. How a leader like that family just fell apart, you know. But, you know, that's life. Anyway, guys, let me go ahead and wrap this shit up. Because like I said, I got to get ready for work later on. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please continue supporting the channel. Anybody donating super chats, if I didn't say anything about it, I'm so sorry. I will, but if you do join the membership, I will check and see who's recently joined, and we'll put you out there. Please like, share, subscribe. This will be available on the podcast. I'm out.